Hi everyone, Day here bringing another episode in my The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles Let's Play. Last time we did get that bittersweet ending, as I call it, and it's kind of like justice doesn't always work the way you want it to, and it kind of just speaks more so towards, even in real life, sometimes justice evades those that actually needs to be delivered said justice. And so while it did kind of catch me off guard that was the ending that we received, it also kind of, I'm actually very okay with that ending. Whether or not Giselle Brett actually makes a return at some point is unseen to me, and maybe a few of you, I do think I'd have someone, and I'm sure this person definitely finished playing the games, but outside of that, I do realize that justice is one of those things where sometimes you win, sometimes it doesn't actually affect said person, and we did get that particular ending for Giselle Brett. So whether or not it bites someone else in the end and she ends up at the pinnacle of another murder mystery remains to be seen, but I did just want to vocalize that. Like, normally when I play Ace Attorney, it's kind of like we get that resolved ending where everyone's like, yeah, we're definitely going out for hamburgers and we're just going to celebrate, we're going to have a good time, because the ending actually is a well-received ending. Whereas this, it's like, yeah, sure, we won, but at what cost? Because she was never going to be penalized for anything. But anyways, with all that said and done, I will hop into episode 2, because I know episode 2 is probably just going to be as long as the first one, so it's just best to try to hop into it. Episode 2 is called The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band. I believe that's a Sherlock Holmes story.
In a corner of that small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath. In time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. "You see it, Wilson?" he yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air. I raised my dark lantern shutter, and the room slowly came into view. Sholmes was staring intently at one particular corner when he started whispering to me. The victim's most perplexing final words. The Speckled Band. I believe this is the terrible coil to which you referred, Wilson. In front of us was an enormous adder, its fangs bared as it threatened to strike. It truly was the most terrible speckled band I had ever seen.
Well, okay then. Interesting. So we get like a little blurb, it feels like, of the story. It doesn't feel right to say Sholmes though. Like, oh my gosh, Sholmes? What?
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way.
Wait,
So, this would appear to be a locked room mystery. In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle. A Russian word. So the victim was a Russian man then. And the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time. This is a most extraordinary script. And evidently not penned by the same hand as this message. In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality. This paper seal was placed just prior to the incident, by the victim himself, I would venture. Well, what have we here?
Yeah, some awesome technology.
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait.
That won't be necessary. You see, In less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What? Don't be absurd. This is murder. I need cabin locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room. But that mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Who are you, and where have you come from?
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Sherlock Holmes. I presume...
No. I've never heard of a Sherlock Holmes. Thanks to them changing your name, you're literally a fraud, okay? My head is throbbing. I'm not... It has to be Ryunosuke. What's going on? Something's not right here. There is trouble in the air. Wait, I can't move. What the? He's handcuffed? Wait. Why am I in handcuffs? That's my question. So you wake up now, Oh, we're totally wrong person. We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. Yeah, my Russian accent is totally going to be a bust. Alright? I'm sorry. If you're on this channel, I cannot voice act, but I will try. I do not believe how you could not wake up. You're a true, cold-blooded man. You found me then. We found you, and now you pay. How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe? Sorry. Oh, he was the one in the wardrobe. Wait a second. What is going? Okay, I feel like we're really thrust into this moment here, because Ryunosuke was in the wardrobe. That Sherlock. Wait. Sholmes. I'm just gonna say Sholmes. Sherlock just sounds 100% ridiculous. Sholmes is at least passable. So, Sholmes investigated it. So, the body he saw inside of the wardrobe was Ryunosuke. It still begs the question. How would he have put that tape over the crease in the door? Like, that was the first thing I noticed. Like, whoever was in there couldn't possibly be the murderer, because they were locked. Like, okay, it wasn't really locked, but it was a flimsy piece of paper, but it was stuck on the crease. Like, you can't just put that there yourself, I wouldn't think. Sorry. No, you have been found. It is time to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is. No, I'll tell you everything. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. Isn't that... Oh, I'm so wrong with who's speaking. This ridiculous. Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? Miss Susato. Yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, Susato. She was here. Where is here? Where are we? Where's her dad? Wait, what did you just say? Take his life? Oh, God, he's in another murder mystery. Who booby-trapped his room? Where is he? Where is Kazuma? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I felt tears come to my eyes. Please tell me that Kazuma's not dead. Please tell me Kazuma is not dead. I can't bear it. Ha, you pretend you do not know. You are a wolf in the sheep's belt. You are the killer. Do not try to make excuses. No! Oh, I feel faint. There's no way. No way. No, this has to be a big misunderstanding. Kazuma. Asogi. Asogi cannot be dead. I refuse to believe it. Kazuma-sama's body was discovered not long ago. Oh no. Not Kazuma. He had to go. He was going to Great Britain. He was going to lead the way. He was going to trail the blaze for the whole Kazuma family. Oh no. Here, in this very cabin that was boarded shut from the inside. His body. Please, do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Kazuma's dead? Like, yeah, you're gonna have to give me a long moment, okay? Because I mean, I hate to say that it makes sense, but he wasn't on the back cover of the game box. Like, when I was looking at the back of the box, I don't think Kazuma was on the back of the box. He was kind of big on the front of the box, but he was nowhere to be seen on the back. So Susato was, which I guess that she's gonna wind up being like our assistant or something eventually. Oh, but not Kazuma. He wasn't like, death is not what. Oh God, this is hitting me hard. But he can't be. And these handcuffs. Sure you don't think You think I kill my best friends? Susato. I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please. Kazuma is... No. No! Kazuma. It was just 2 short weeks ago. Okay, so we are getting some backstory. Oh my God, I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble? Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Oh, he's on the ship! Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study? I see. Kazuma! You're telling me this young man, he's no longer with us in this game. Oh, my heart. Oh, my heart hurts so bad. It was really... I just said that they were the dream team. It was really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way that Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor. I thought I was going to die. Yes. I still can't quite believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. You must be even less of a man than you look. Ah! No. We can't take jabs like that, sir. Not those kind of jabs. Hey! Honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. But if you confine yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you. I hope not. I get the feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway. Okay, so we are starting to get a couple of blanks filled in. So, Ryunosuke said you found me, meaning that he was a stowaway hidden inside of that closet. Huh. Okay. They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady? From our faithful judicial assistant, Mikotoba, you mean? Oh, she didn't know. Darn it! Kazuma! If we had told her, this whole understanding probably could have been cleared up. Because I know Ryunosuke didn't kill his best friend. There is no way. But it's a locked room mystery. Those are kind of difficult. It's either, because it's like normally it's either suicide or someone had a way to lock the door with some kind of crazy mechanism. In this case, it couldn't be Ryunosuke because his door had a piece of paper over it, which I'm guessing now Asogi placed over said door. from your close friend. More to the point. Surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd give me away. No. But if she knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. It's best that only you and I know about this. I suppose so. No! Can we go back and take it back? Anyway, it's about the time that the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin. I know it's cramped, but you better get in here, I think. It won't be for long. And anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'd be a breeze. Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it. Stop worrying. I tell you what, why don't you write "keep out" or something on this piece of paper? What? Why don't you write it so that way it's in your handwriting? Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. Ah. So it says "keep out" or something. I get it. I don't know. We've only been at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? Wow. Oh man. Kazuma's dead? This literally hits me freaking hard, man. We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England together. Oh my gosh. And the crazy part is, wait, I don't know. It's still stuff that I don't understand. Like, Ryunosuke didn't hear anything. There was no struggle, is what I figured. We leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer. Oh gosh. No, I am not a murderer for the second time. Da, you said before. You said you admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on this ship, but that was my crime. Murdering my best friend, that's not my crime. No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. There's ink on the floor? What? There was a whole brawl in this room, Ryunosuke. You didn't wake up? Susato-san? Oh, she thinks you did it too. Please, tell me what happened. I need to know. Very well. But there is something I would like to ask of you too. Ugh, those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is going to get worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is try to find out what really happened. Wow. I'm still blown away that this is real. He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream. And these handcuffs. They think I did it? Oh, they killed Asogi. I hate to say it this way, but they killed Asogi just so that way Susato could be like our judicial assistant. Like, come on. I don't think there was ever a time a man was like an assistant to the defense attorney. It's always been a woman who had like some kind of ability or sort. We had a magician, we had a spirit medium, and now we have just hard times for women in general. Like they were not gonna easily accept that she's a judicial assistant. It's just always a woman, basically. And I have nothing against that. Obviously, I don't. It's just that it's just always a repetitive thing. Kind of like how I remember that in that one case. I'm not going to go into it. I was getting ready to talk about an Ace Attorney case. There was no reason for me to veer off course here. And these handcuffs, they think I did it? They think I'm Kazuma's killer? When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. What do you mean? There's no access to the cabin via a porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from the outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls. I gotta admit, looking at how solid that door latch looks, I must say that I have to agree with Susato. There will be no way for them to come in here. So I have to question it. What? Or, to put it another way, the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin. Or do you have some other explanation? This is impossible. How did he die then? Like, what exactly happened? Are you sure? Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances? Please, Susato-san, you have to tell me. The cause of death is still undetermined. They don't know how he died? The ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course, he has no post-mortem analysis experience. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port of call. So presumably, that means there were no obvious external signs of injury then. That's true, yes. Okay, so he wasn't hit over the head, he wasn't shot, he wasn't stabbed. So what happened to him? Another poisoning case? Can't anyone tell me what actually happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? Presumably, that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Please, whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all. Well, yes, I was, but he would always wait before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin, as I have every day so far on this voyage, but this morning, he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't. Does that mean he was already dead when Susato-san arrived at his cabin door, I wonder? I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. See, and he didn't even hear the doors opening, now that I think about it. What the freak? Oh wow, Ryunosuke, what's going on? The crewmen forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside... Wow, this is my first time actually seeing his body. There was Kasuma-sama collapsed on the floor. This is hitting me hard. Stop. So that's what that hand is. They show that he wrote the note. The ink seems kind of far away for that though. And the white tape there now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I did want to mention, like... Okay, so there was an ink bottle, sure. But the ink spill happened further away from where his body currently is located. That I've already noticed. I had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. And that's another thing too. Ryunosuke heard nothing. He didn't hear them bash that door in order to come in here. And that looks like a solid gold door handle. He didn't hear them remove Asogi's body. He didn't hear anything. I wish it wasn't the case, but there's just... Wait, but that's just very hard to believe. This is all very hard to believe for me too. Trust me. Now, I've told you everything that I know. So, it's my turn to ask you a question. Yes? Alright. My head feels so heavy. It's still throbbing like anything. Like, did someone else knock him out? Did he get hit over the head and tossed into the wardrobe? Wow, okay, we have 2 new points of talking. Let's see what happens. Why are you even on board this ship, Naruhodo-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, yes. I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time. I had no idea. But how could you have occupied Kazuma-sama's cabin for so long without him noticing? No. That would have been impossible, obviously. Yes, of course. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. He actually asked you? Okay, Susato. Like, I had no problems with you. But your attitude, like, I mean, I'm trying my best to make sure that I envision this from her perspective. It looks bad. I admit it looks terrible. Actually, Kazuma's dead. The only person that seems to be able to commit this crime is me. Then on top of it, it's kind of like, why are we even here? No, she didn't even know about it. So I get it. But a part of me, the illogical part of me that sees it from Ryunosuke's eyes, is saying, please, you have to see it from our perspective too. And I know that's kind of unfair, being in her shoes. I'm trying to agree with that. But why? I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. I don't understand. Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you? Flashback, Kazuma! It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think he fell in love that day. Kazuma totally fell in love that day. I think I told you then, didn't I? That you ought to become a lawyer yourself. Well, yes, you did say that. But I didn't think you were serious. You have a talent for it. I can assure you of that. But I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. But on a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then what? Nothing. Forget it. Was this just more so a family obligation for Kazuma? See, when the first trial started up, it seemed like Kazuma seemed pretty interested in becoming a lawyer. But now I'm starting to have doubts about that from this perspective of me, seeing it from, like, he just seems like he wasn't fully for it. Or rather, he sees, like, Ryunosuke as being better than him now. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I'm seeing things a little off there, but that's how it feels. That's how it comes across. Like, Kazuma, it seems like Kazuma was really going to try to push for Ryunosuke to, see London at least. Try to find his own path, but he really felt like deep down inside that Ryunosuke would make the better lawyer. Kazuma-sama he was always saying the same thing, that he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. So it seems like he had a little bit of Phoenix in him too. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you. Yes, maybe. But something's still bothering me a little. The look in his eyes then. Yes. That's exactly the look I was trying to pinpoint myself. It was darker than I've ever seen it before. Susato-san, I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you, my stowing away on the ship, I mean. If I know Kazuma-sama, I expect he was trying to protect me, to avoid me becoming guilty by association. That's exactly right, yes. Word perfect, in fact. If you're not the culprit, then tell me, what happened last night here in this cabin? Well, the thing is, I don't really remember. Kazuma brought me something to eat, just like he always did. And then I got myself into that wardrobe over there, just like I always did. After that, I fell asleep. Well, yes. So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed? Well, yes. I know, it sounds unbelievable. I know that, but it's the truth. If only I had woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. And for some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Really? Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's... Please, forget it. Susato-san, you have to believe me. I didn't do it. I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there is no one else who could possibly have done this. Ugh. I mean, given the options, I really am the only person. Kazuma, I don't understand why. Why did this have to happen? Oh. I can't take this. Don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. I'm sorry. But Kazuma was killed right under my nose here. And I didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around? My hands tied while whoever did this walks free? No! I can't allow that to happen. Well, what do you propose to do then? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life and how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me. Hiya! What in the world? Susato? What the? That was a Susato takedown. Susato what? What martial art form is that? I'm going to need you to prove it. Sorry, prove it? Yes, your innocence. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to? Have you forgotten already what you achieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in a court of law. Ah, I see. She's expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. I have to get Susato-san to believe me. I'll show her some evidence right now that proves I'm not guilty of this awful crime. Yes! I'm so glad we had the paper seal. Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Oh, yes, it was. I remember clearly. I thought so. Kazuma always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there, just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. Ah! Yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign from the wardrobe doors before you opened them. But if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own. Yes, that's quite true. In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma. Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you. Thank you, Susato-san. Now, do you think perhaps you could help me up? Yeah, we're still upside down, darn it. Because we're handcuffed too. It wouldn't be easy to get up. Well, in the light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here at least. Thank you. So you finally believe me? I'm sorry. No. What? I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you used some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in position. What does she think I am, a magician? What? We're not David Blaine here, you know. For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same. Alright, let's get to work, Susato-san. Please, don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh. I shall be watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example. Right. Jeez. Well, anyway, I should make a start on investigating in here. Examine everything I can. Kazuma, I swear, I will avenge your death. Well, alright. I hate to end it here, but I think I'm gonna have to end it here. Because I know that to examine this area might take some time. And then I'm pretty sure we might be able to... We know Sholmes was here too. So at some point, I guess we're going to be able to speak to him at some point as well. And hopefully, I guess that's going to be a next episode thing. I know this episode is a wee bit on the shorter side. It's, in my opinion, it's probably better for me to have this length than have nothing at all for you guys for today, because it would have been nothing at all if I wasn't able to even do this much. So, with that said, I am crestfallen that Asogi, like, I can't believe it's Asogi. Like, I did not see Asogi not making it to Great Britain at least, or because I really just thought that we were going to go our separate ways. It didn't explain Susato, since she did say that she was more an Asuma. I mean, an Asogi. Judicial assistant, but I still held out hope that I didn't even hope it. I just assumed that Asogi was going to make it to Britain. That's all there was to it. Like, maybe we would like go our own separate ways, just to like try to figure out and forge our own ways through life. But at the same time, this was a blindside, a clean cut, through the heart blindside. Darn it. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know there was not really much to enjoy. We got nothing but depressing bad news here. We're under investigation again. We're under suspicion, rather, again, for a crime we didn't commit, I'm sure. I'm positive about that. And it's another murder trial. Doggone Ryunosuke cannot catch a break. But anyways, thanks so much for watching. I do appreciate all of you oh so very, 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 very much. Wow, that was intense, that much. Very intense. But anyways, thanks for watching, and until next time, I hope you all have a great and wonderfully awesome day. Thanks for sticking with me. Bye.